ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what is round number 2 of the TORA GTCC Championship in the touring cars. As you can see, our beautiful Audi on the screen right now, trying to set some laps. This won't be a full edit like it normally would be, because I don't actually have time tomorrow. I'm going away for 6 days to see my family. I'm having a little bit of a break. So the WWE content, that will be back on my channel hopefully Wednesday or Thursday next week. I'm recording this on the Thursday the week before. So you've got this, and then you'll probably have a little break on my channel. But hopefully I can do a little bit of bits and pieces for you guys when I get back to make it up to you. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. I just need a break for mental health reasons. Just clear my head. So I'll be back after that. But as you can see right now, in qualifying here, around Laguna Seca, which is a beautiful track. Difficult to drive on this game, but we're trying to come around now to see if we can set a decent lap to put ourselves up the order, and we're going to come across the line and set a 31.590. Not too bad. Not too bad for what we was expecting, but we're slightly, we're slightly faster than what we expected actually, because we've been doing 31.8 in practice, so we gained 3 tenths nearly, which was pretty impressive. I'm very happy with that. And that puts us 10th on the grid. So we're in middle of the group again. RSF1 Source, our normal contender, is down in 14th. And Hunt, our teammate, is in 7th. So 7th and 10th for the team. Not too bad. I got a couple of really quick drivers in here, like Stingray, Actim. You've also got Chungus and a couple of others. But now you can see we're gearing up here on the formation lap, which later on will become the actual race start. But we're doing the formation lap here, and we're going to cruise around now and reform the grid. But yeah, as I was stating before, WWE will be having a week off my channel just because I am away from home. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Boogity boogity boogity! Let's go racing! We're going to do that this time because I don't have time to edit him in, so we'll do it for him. And Curzion gets a really good start. Hasio as well. We just decided to sit back. We're not very aggressive off the race start. We could be more aggressive. We're also running ABS off for the first time ever on a racing game for myself, because I started using it earlier and realised how much better it is to run it. And as you can see, we're just being cautious right now, trying not to get ourselves in a mess or in any sort of crash. And it has lost us a couple of positions. We did start P10, we're down to P13. So it's all about, can we just make those positions back up? Can we bring it home in a decent position? As you can see, a load of cars in front of us battling, and we're just sticking out of it for now, making sure we don't get ourselves involved. And as we're coming around here on lap 1, a couple cars battling nice and hard in front. You can see, I think it's Actim all over the back of a driver. I can't see who it is. Hasio now just getting away from us slightly. Just a little bit away from us, the Norwegian driver. But we're still with him at the moment. And coming down the corkscrew for the first time. And it's a decent gap. We're keeping with the drivers in front, which is always a good sign. We're losing the drivers behind as well. But one of them is Source. The Source is now the car behind us, which is concerning for the championship, in our little championship battle into rivalry. But yeah, we just see what we can do. Hopefully we can make a couple positions as everybody follows each other through single file, and we're just sitting off the back. Now, hopefully we can make a move a bit later on in the race. We'll just bide our time. Don't do anything silly. Here you go now. You can just see we are just testing where we can brake, how late we can brake. Just toying with the braking pedal through there, the brake pedal. And yeah, it's just a comfortable cruise for us at the moment. Just watch everybody else have a bit of fun in front, and hope eventually we can get ourselves involved in the battle. As you can see, we're 3.9 seconds up here on this lap, so the first lap must have been awful. We make a slight mistake through there, and now we jump to lap 5, where we're still in the same position, but we have gap Source by a considerable margin now. It's about 700, nearly 800 feet, which is a good gap to have. Hasio now is all over the back of Curzion, and you can see in front of that, I think our teammate's having to go at somebody too. Stingray's gone long, like very far up the road in the lead. He's so far gone. So we'll never see Stingray again in this race. Stingray has gone. He's departed. As you can see now, we're coming into the corkscrew, trying to brake at a reasonable time. Slight lock-up as we're still trying to get used to ABS. But yeah, not too bad. Now here at the end of lap 5, you can see Hasio has hit the back of Curzon and nearly lost the position to us, but he just retrieved it, just kept the position after losing the back end after slight contact there with Curzon. But it just gives us an opening to see there is going to be a chance to potentially have a go at Hasio at some point in this race. So we're just going to sit behind, bide our time, and hopefully get an opportunity to make the overtake as the pit window has opened. The pit window opened this lap, so we might box. We're thinking about it for the end of the lap, but it all depends what everyone else around us does. I think if they box, I box. But yeah, we're now coming around. Will we go in the pits? A couple people in the pits now already. The driver's in front. I think Hasio's gone in and we've followed him into the pit lane. So let's see what we can do. See where we're going to come out of the pits. A lot of people behind us have not decided to pit, so they've just carried on. Dodge, I think, hasn't pitted either, actually. Actim is in. As we come out now in front of Hasio, but no, he's ghosted through us. Now he's in front of us. That's frustrating. But we're not going to battle that. We don't want to be going crazy into the pit lane exit here. It's a tricky pit lane exit to get right anyway, so we don't want to go side by side with somebody. As we now resume the race in P15, we're right behind Hasio, so we haven't lost any time or any positions to it to anybody. So we're just going to sit here for now. As you can see, Source there coming out the pit lane now, but we're well ahead of Source. I think it was about 700, 800 feet before he pitted, or before I pitted actually, is what I should be saying. As you can see, is that Curzon coming out the pits there? Hasio and Curzon are going to go side by side, and I think Curzon's going to keep the position for now. Hasio is on the warm tyres, and Curzon is on those ice-cold tyres coming straight out the pits, but I think he's going to keep the position of Hasio for now, and it looks like he has dealt with that, and his tyres will be getting warmer and warmer by the corner, and the gap to Source has gone up to 1,000 feet now. We're well ahead of Source today, which is scary because he is a quick driver when he's on his day. I just don't think he could find the right setup. The car wasn't running right for him either, and yeah, he done what he could. Damage limitations. There'll be rounds where I get damage limitations, which potentially the next round actually, because I'm not going to get much practice in. But yeah, it's a case of sometimes you have to just bite the bullet, take what you get, and hope for the best. Yeah, so just try not to lose too many points to the people you're battling with in the rounds where you're struggling. As you can see now, Hasio and Curzon still battling hard in front of us. As now Hasio goes off the track and it opens up an opportunity. Are we going to go down this side of Hasio? Yes, we are. No contact on Curzon. Didn't go close enough to him. We make the move, but we need to now get in the slipstream, get a little bit of draft off the back of Curzon's car. Try and take it away from Hasio. And we do make the move on Hasio, and we're up into P11 as it stands. And now we're going to see if we can defend. We slightly lock up the tyres there, and it's going to open up the inside to Hasio, who comes back through on us. Are we going to try and maintain it down the inside? Yes, we are. We're going to see if we can keep it there. As we get the corner slightly wrong, slight brush of contact, but nothing to worry about. And Hasio runs around the outside of us and keeps the position. Well, retains the position, gets it back, to be honest with you. And that's all allowed Source just to gain that couple hundred feet whilst we were side by side with the Norwegian. But yeah, it's also allowed Curzon to gap. But now, here, starting lap number 13, you can see Hasio all over the back of Curzon again. And we're just sitting back here, about 160 feet back, just watching, biding our time, just letting these two get on with it, and hoping that either something happens to both of them or something happens to one of them. There could be a position there for us. But we're just going to sit here for now and bide our time and just relax. Have a nice little Sunday drive. Nothing panicky, nothing rushed. We're in a perfect position here. And we're actually doing much better than I expected. My aim here was just to turn up, beat Source, and basically don't come last. So far, we're P12, which is pretty good. We qualified P10 as well, right in the middle of the grid. And yeah, it's all about just confidence building here in our first ever TORA Championship. Obviously, we did the 12-hour Sebring, But yeah, this is our first championship. And you can see now Hasio, is he going to have a go on Curzon here on the final lap into the corkscrew? And he does. Gets it slightly wrong, and it's going to give us a chance to go around the outside of him, around the corkscrew, and we make a move. Can we now hold the position? What an overtake that was, may I add. Now, can we hold this position and keep P11? Not quite close enough to have a go at Curzon, but it's all about keeping this position and making sure Hasio can't come back at us. We're really weak into the final corner. As you can see, he's got a lot closer, clips the back of our car, but nothing to worry about. That's not going to give him the drive off the final corner. And we're going to come home for P11. Lovely move there on the final lap to take P11. And can't be too disappointed. We beat Source by a couple positions as well. He's going to bring the car home in 13th, I believe. Yes, he does. So P11 is not bad at all. As you can see, our teammate is not quite on the screen, so he must have got a higher position. Benedict has DNF'd. I don't know what happened to Benedict, but he is out. I think it might have been disqualification, potentially. But yeah, it's all about just picking up those points, making sure, as a team, myself, I pull my weight to help out Michael, to just make sure he's not carrying the team heavily, because he needs my assistance. He needs me to be there to help out them as much as possible. But yeah, fastest lap of the race was a 31.9. I think Hunt finished in 5th. As now we go to race number 2, and we gear up to this 20 seconds, and it's boogity boogity boogity. We're underway, and it's a decent start from us. Not the best, but it's not our worst, because we do struggle off the start line a lot. As we're going to see if we can keep it down the inside, make sure nobody can take the inside line off us. We get slightly nudged there by Molhave, or Mohalv, I don't know how to say his name. But we're still there, we're still side by side. Can we keep the position? No, and Slow-Mo's gone past us too. Curzon's in front of us. We battled with him heavily in the last race, so we know we got the same pace as Curzon. And JDR Limited trying to have a go at us too. We haven't seen that name all race. As you can see, there's a little bit of an incident in front with Tonic and Dodge, I think it was. And now Tonic is way off the track. There's people everywhere, cars bouncing off each other. Just absolute carnage. We're thinking about a move here, but we decided against it, and everyone else just decides to drive around the outside of us. We knew if we went down the inside of Hasio there could have been an absolute weldy of a pile-up. So we backed out. Maybe in the future, I drive more like an actual touring car driver and don't back out. Maybe that's the way to go. But yeah, we're just going to continue for now. And that's not a bad first lap from us, as we're now still in 5th place. So I would say that's a successful first lap. But we've now lost a little bit of position and time, as Jam goes around the outside of us, ignoring our existence. But look, there's a big crash, and we just about stay out of it. What a big crash that was. A load of people got caught up in that, and we jammed our brakes on and just about managed to come away with no damage from that carnage. That was horrendous. That was not something I was expecting, and it has brought out a safety car. A safety car has been brought out. It's going to be an invisible safety car. But actually, I think we're hearing news. We're hearing news that the race has been red flagged. It's been red flagged. We're just hearing that now. This is shocking. We thought we were in a good position. We thought everything was good. But as you can see, the cars are still there. They can't move. Source is right in front of us. And at the moment, nobody knows that this is a red flag. But it is. You can see we're all so close to each other. And we're just cruising around. Me in P6, Source in P5. And a couple drivers have decided that they don't like a yellow or red flag, and they're long gone out in front. So we're just cruising around, waiting for the call, and there you go. Now we're into a new lobby. We go to the racing. Go, go, go! We're underway, and it looks like Hasio gets a decent start. We absolutely bogged down. We locked the wheels up, loads of wheel spin. As now Jam's trying to go down the inside of us. We had to nudge the driver on the outside, which is Molhave. And we've also got somebody else just all trying to have a go at me now. I'm just trying to keep myself out of trouble, make sure we don't do anything silly. And we managed to be in 6th places. We've only lost 1 position off the start, which is okay. And now Mohav is trying to go around the outside of us. Hasio right in front. And Mohav has gone around the outside of us. That's quite embarrassing. Now Actim and JDR Limited come past us. We've also got our teammate Hunt trying to pass us as well. And we slightly come together with our teammate once again. That happened last week. He was the culprit last week. This week it was more of a Constantino effect. We're all trying to avoid each other, but we're all good. No harm done. He'll be past us again soon. Chunga's down the inside of us. JDR Limited there as well. Stingray with 3 wide. Coming into the corkscrew in a minute. We're just maintaining our line and we get slightly turned. Oh no, we're around. We're around. We're in the wall. That is shit. We didn't get any damage, but we are now to the back end of the field. Our teammate is down in 15th as well. We're 17th. So it's all about what can we do from this position. We're so far back. And I'm very, very annoyed about it as well, as Hunt's made up a position on Curzon. But it's all about now just get our head down. Get into a better position as we lock up the tyres here into the braking zone. We're slightly flustered, as you would be in this situation. So we're just trying to test as much as we can. We're just checking if we had damage from what happened. But it looks like we got away. It's just bodywork. But yeah, now lap 2 here. We've already caught the back of the Polish driver, Miotre. All over the back of Miotre already. Thinking about where we're going to have a move. The race pit lane stop time will be between the 5th minute and the 10th minute. Because this is a restart and a shortened race. So that will be when the pit window is. As you can see now, we're having a go at Miotre. I think we should be able to make a move on Miotre into turn 1. Slightly use the inside of the pit lane there, and we make the move nice and easy down the inside, hold the inside so we can't cut back on us, and that is a position gain, P16. Next up for us, Dodge. Now can we make a move on Dodge nice and early? If we can make a move on Dodge as soon as possible, we'll be laughing. As you can see now, coming up to the corkscrew here on lap 3, the same lap. Get a little bit close to Dodge, probably too close. But now we're thinking about a move down the inside. Dodge has left it open. We thought about it, and he's slight contact there with Dodge. Slight contact, but it's all good. No harm done. We move on now. We just try and continue and basically make that position again. Hasn't helped us at all. We would have pitted this lap, but we're slightly early for the pit window, so we have to continue around. And now we're just sitting behind Dodge. We got Miotre right behind us, but we should be able to get close enough here with the slipstream, with a bit of draft, whatever you want to call it. Little bit of a tow down this straight, and we're going to get close enough to Dodge to send it down the inside in turn 1, and that is a lovely overtake up into P15. He shouldn't be able to Dodge shouldn't be able to come back at us, and that's a great overtake. Now push on for the next driver, which is Tonic. Tonic is our next target. Can we catch Tonic here on lap 4? It looks like somebody's had an incident, and it's Hasio and Curzon. The drivers we were battling with last race have both come together there, and on the outside of that corner, it looks like they were attached. That's not ideal, as we slightly get that corner wrong. Now we're all over the back of Tonic, sorry. Can we make a move on Tonic up into this corkscrew corner? Is a nightmare of a corner to go side by side with, let alone try and overtake somebody, but we make a lovely clean move. Tonic gives us all the space in the world, which I appreciate. And now we move on to see who's the next driver we can hopefully go for. We've got Benedict and who's that? Sauce as well. But I think we're going to box this lap. We're going to come in now, box, get fresh tyres on, get our pit window out of the way, our mandatory pit stop, as we now come out in P12, just behind Benedict, still ahead of Tonic. And Sauce is there as well, but Sauce has slightly got the pit exit wrong, and he's gone off into the actual turn 1. He's lost the position there to Benedict doing so, which is unfortunate for Sauce, but what can you do? Now it's all about focusing and maintaining, as I slightly get it wrong as I'm talking about focusing, because the tyres are ice cold, and I completely forgot you come out of the pits on ice cold tyres. And big mistake, but it is what it is. I was never going to keep up with Benedict anyway, so it's mainly get P11 here off Sauce, and we'll be happy. So we just need to pass Sauce as soon as possible, just in case there's some quick drivers behind us. But Sauce is a pesky one to try and pass. I know he's a quick driver, and I just don't want to be stuck behind him for too long because he's a very good defensive driver too. As we're thinking about a move down the inside here into the corkscrew, he gives us the space, and we can't quite get side by side. But now we're lining up here for a potential move into the next braking point, the penultimate corner. We're going to go down the inside. As we send it down the inside, stop the car, but then we get slightly caught together. This game can be frustrating sometimes, and we lose a position there to Tonic because of what just happened. Now Tonic's going to see if he can have a go at Source, as I now try and line up a double slipstream. Looks like Source is struggling for straight line speed here. He seems to be a sitting duck, as Tonic now going to go for a move on him. Source moves to the outside, to the inside to cover, but then we find an inside line down the inside of both of them as we try and make a double overtake, and we successfully do so. What an overtake that is, as Saucy Baby hits the back of our car. You can see his sponsor on the front of his car. As we're now into P11, what a recovery drive this has been, because we were down very, very bottom of the grid. We were 17th place, about a second and a half off, or 2 seconds off the next driver, and we found our way back into P11. Yes, it's frustrating we had the contact in the first place. Without that contact, where could we have been? Maybe 10th, 9th, maybe even 8th. But yeah, it happens. Sometimes it happens. It's racing, but we're going to come around the final corner now to get our second P11 of the day, I believe. I think it was P11 in the first race. Not too happy with this one. Very happy with the first one because we battled hard for it. But yeah, P11 here with a 31.3 as our fastest lap. Brilliant. Now we go to round 3, which is going to be the Road America. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've been Chris12LFC, and I will see you later.